everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey, and it is a Goddess Provisions quick flip through. This is amazing, you guys. I am just blown away by this. There is this remarkable Tarot Sun pendant necklace, which is so beautiful and fantastic. The Earth Harbor Sunstone Hair Revive Elixir back here, gorgeous. The Apothecary Blew Me Away. This is a natural blend of blue matcha and Siberian ginseng. It's a caffeine-free energy boost and cognitive clarifier. I love all of these things. You guys, that's like $20 just for that by itself. This is $30 just by itself. This is $28 just by itself. And the majority of these boxes are like $33. So it is really crazy. This such a quality, beautiful spoon. When I saw it, it is sun season too. It's the Golden Ray spoon. Talk about great use in rituals. Scoop a little sunshine into your day. Really surprised and loving this bookmark. I thought this is such a great idea. It's a solar radiance. Hold your spot in your latest read with this gorgeous brass shiner, and then you have preonite over here. Those other stones, these are just from my read, but preonite, which I love. This channels love into your life with this gorgeous helper to unblock your heart and solar plexus chakras. Love this. Oh my gosh, you guys, like everything on here is just unbelievable. It's such high value. I'm always blown away by their stuff, so go check them out. It is right here too. A lot of people, I used to have a link, but it's like I'm having problems with my link, so you can just go on IG at Goddess Provisions and or goddessprovisions.com. Always the highest qualities, and the thing I love about it, it's like small owned businesses of really just superior quality things. Look at that. The sun. Ooh, beautiful. Okay, enjoy your video, you guys. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? Hooray! I found my gorgeous PB deck with this fabulous artwork, so I'm excited. And on each one of these, we're going to pull a couple tarot cards and see, what is going to bring harmony and balance and alignment in perspective, a happy, healthy perspective. I know my perspective is absolutely the best when I do some form of outdoor activity, just walking in one of my close by parks or on the beach, and it just, it's so pleasing and heavenly. It just lets go of any anxiousness, which I love. And we're going to check into Metamorphosis every single day. We do have a choice where we want to change things, right? We take a look at it, take a little gander there and be like, okay, this could use a little tweaking. I don't like to procrastinate stuff that I don't love to do to the end of the day, because then I think about it all day. So if we just do it first thing in the morning, whether it's a difficult email, something bureaucratical, technical, whatever it is, get it done and dusted, and then everything else feels like a cakewalk. So take care of the tedious and the stuff that you like the least first, and then everything else just kind of floats. And I'm determined to do that. And when I do that, I feel much better. This whole energy, I love it because it reminds me of triumph and success. That harmony card is us feeling good, being present in the moment, feeling rejuvenated, that childlike, playful manner of like, oh, I want to do this and I feel inspired by this, so I'm going to go for it, not hesitating. Bounty, especially after trials. Harmony kind of hits us after we were in disharmony, right? It could be, just a family being annoying. It could just be workmates, but there's nothing like harmony. That's something whenever I'm in that state that I send out a shout to the universe of gratitude for that, because harmony is everything, kind of mind, body, spirit, everything chiming really well, feeling like I'm listening to my body's cues and clues, resting, eating, hydrating, listening to things that are good for me and that inspire me and make me laugh. It just creates a nice, gracious energy. So let's see what's coming up. I'm going to pull two with each of that, and I love these because I feel like everything kind of matches beautifully in the background with this. Ooh, so we have the gorgeous Magician, nice, and we have the King of Swords. So in harmony right now is the grand scope of your fabulous ideas and your leadership capacity. Really masterful at getting things done and having focus and follow through. We all have great ideas throughout the day, but it is really turning them into an asset or a revenue stream or a great communication with somebody. So this is where you have a really great idea and you call that person, that place, or you initiate a real tactical maneuver to get things, turn that idea into something tangible, right? I always have a million ideas about birdhouses and all, the garden outside and what I want to do. And whenever I'm in certain stores, I'm like, oh, that'll be so heavy to carry. That'll take up. I talk myself out of these great ideas, where the King of Swords lets you talk yourself into the good ideas. Get those beautiful resources. So when, the mood hits, you'll be able to construct whatever you want, having the sketch pads ready, having, your notebook ready. I was just reading this thing on just journaling and writing. Whenever, you have that fluid thought process, because there's something about putting it down on paper, especially if it's something you're determined to do and have it materialize. Your brain makes that connection. If it's important enough for you to put down on paper and you see it, it kind of gets those cogs going of, hey, maybe this is something that I can do, accomplish, and have focus and follow through. And this magnificent energy is you'll be motivated. It'll be a natural vibe. It'll be pleasing. You're qualified, whatever you're trying to get out there. That's the one thing where people have doubts, like, am I qualified for this? Really, is anybody qualified for anything? I don't even care if they have the documentation. Half of the people that are quote unquote professionals in certain fields, I feel like it's so textbook, it's so sheeples, it's some of that, you know what I mean? I feel like some of the most industrious, successful people that are out there, they did it on their own steam. They're like autodidactic. They're going to do what they're going to do and learn themselves. But it's everything. It's perseverance until everything is done. But it's done in a timely way and in a tranquil way, so you don't feel like you're having to push. This is total receivership mode, which I love. So let's see what's going on in terms of perspective, because perspective is everything. Some people can think everything is going swimmingly and beautifully, and other people can be like, so not my cup of tea. You know what I mean? It's our perspective. I can talk myself into a really good mood, even if I'm uncomfortable, too hot, exercising. Ooh, I love this. That is that energy, which I love. Because the Fool says, I'm divinely guided and protected, so why don't I feel good? Why isn't my perspective I can have anything, go anywhere, do anything? I have ample means and resources and ideas. The day is gorgeous. I am graceful. Everything is very appealing in this. And the perspective is that you're turning that straw into gold. You're turning those ideas into tangible, beautiful things. You are capable. Again, it's that adventuresome self that the Fool helps us be like a conduit for really great ideas and instigating them. And it also helps other people along the way because they see the lightheartedness, they see the success in it. It's like ambrosia. It's like, whoa, did you hear so-and-so did this? Wow, if they can do that, I want to try that as well. It could be anything from travel. I remember one of my greatest inspirations was my grandmother literally has been to every country you're ever allowed to be in, and it always blew my mind. Even in her 70s, 80s, tooling around 100 miles an hour, she ate like a rhino, and just this little woman and just cooking along and doing everything. And she also had MS. So talk about just like, woo, you know what I mean? Blew my mind. And she was actually she's not my maternal grandmother. She was my stepfather's mother, and she was so fabulous. Just loved to visit cultures and was amazing. And she had this kind of energy, curious about everything and everybody and how to, and she had I remember it was the first beautiful greenhouse filled with orchids that I'd ever seen. And I thought it was like a magical kingdom. And I was, about 10 years old, and I remember walking in there and it was like, it's warmer, and she had a little misters going on. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is darling, this is just divine. It's that kind of energy, is your perspective of all your little hobbies and hopes and things that you're looking after are important, right? And it's hard sometimes if it's not received very well by the public in the beginning. I know a lot of YouTubers, I know a lot of TikTokers, if they don't have numbers or whatever, it's like, does anybody really care? And it can be hard. I feel like this generation, including myself, we're so used to that second day, here we go, Amazon, give me everything and make it compact and quick. And if anything goes over our allotted time, that we lose interest and or our attention span is too short. But this is persevere, because the perspective, if it is, this is important to me and I want to kind of hone my craft and do really well. And I love doing reads because it's everything. It brings up my vibration. I get some really great, interesting, fulfilling knowledge, but also I like the the creativity of it. I love being able to use all the artwork in some of the decks is just so fantastic. It's unbelievable. Dealing with art every day, it raises my vibration immediately. Setting up the altar, using colorful, beautiful backgrounds, doing reads outside, intermingling, crystals and all of that. It's my jam 1,000%. And I always thought, you know what? I wish I had started earlier. It's that kind of feeling. I wish I had this kind of energy that says, yes, from a perspective, you're going to succeed. And even if only one person watched, like I said before, it does something for me that is integral in my day. And I feel like it's healing as well. So your new perspective is like, I have what it takes. I'm competent. I'm going to complete this. I'm super determined. I'm going to have endless kind of resources flowing in, because the Fool always feels that fun, beautiful, full, bountiful energy of I'm going to have exactly what I need and more, which is great. So that should be your perspective. Thank you, universe. Have gratitude and more starts to show up. It's a really interesting kind of concept, but it is so true from anything from like, increasing your bank balance to growth in your yard. Like I know when I pay attention to certain flowers and I get really excited about them and I sit amongst them, and then I notice, and maybe it's also because I notice them more and more and more, I feel like growth, there's more ample growth in that. Okay, quick sip of coffee, and then we're going to go into the Sun and Ace of Wands. Wow, this is some great energy today. I knew these Llewellyn cards were going to be absolute magic. So the Sun, I love this because I think I'm going to sneeze in a sec. So one sec. That's another thing I've got skillful at, recognizing what should be close and not close to the microphone. I remember one time I had just an AC unit or something going on in the background, and when I re-listened to the tape, I thought, oh, that would aggravate me to listen to that. That buzzing or whatever it was in that particular octave was like really distracting. So that's another thing too. As we hone our craft, and the more I tape, the more I know what's conducive and restful on the ear. I always have the window open now, so you hear the breeze and the birds. We don't need any bells and whistles and buzzing and humming and craziness, right? We want easy. So how fabulous is this? The Metamorphosis. It is the sun promoting growth and passion for your life. So ask yourself right now, is there something you're passionate about doing that you haven't stepped to and took the beginning steps of? Honestly, if you just start writing down like the first couple of steps you'd like to implement, say you want to start making jewelry. It's as simple as, okay, I'm going to go to Joann's or Michael's or whatever, and I'm going to first go on YouTube and see what the fundamentals are. What are the kind of like bones of the matter? It's very simple: beading wire, the beads, and they can run you through everything. Every single thing on there, and wire wrapping, all of that. So a little bit of education and foundation, right? I'm motivated for a million different directions of things. I mean, I want to know about calligraphy. I want to know about resin works. All of these things, I get really excited about them. But when this comes in, what I'll do is if I'm out and about, I will get some of the resources while I'm out there. So again, when inspiration hits, I'm ready. Some of you guys, you're just breaking out of you're just metamorphosizing into a wonderful healing state. So whether it was, things like jaw pain, tooth pain, headaches, feet, ankles, joints, arthritis, IBS, things like that, you're going to feel a really beautiful healing cycle come, because guess what? Where we put our attention and focus is, that's where our thought process goes. That's where our energy goes. So when we are totally enmeshed into some beautiful, wonderful, creative event, that's where our energy is. So we're not thinking, this ache or whatever. And it's also very healing when we're engaging our time in something that produces something that we love. Our endorphins get going. It's so wonderful. So I feel like some of you guys, you're also going to like ace some new understandings of things. It's a great time to study and bring on board new information, languages, whatever, and be able to retain it and or convey it to other audiences, family members or whatever, which is really helpful. Just glorious growth, discovering and being enthusiastic and being exceptional at whatever craft that you are putting your energy into now. Big time, where all of a sudden you're like, whoa, I knew I was all right at this, but you're like, I am pretty damn good. And it's just going to grow and become more polished and become more vivid and wonderful. And when we put love and care into any creation, it's infused with that intention, right? To be a thing of beauty, to be a thing of magic. And that's what's going to be taking place for you. Really clear blissful time for you, which I love. So definitely a hugely auspicious time to begin new endeavors for you. So that, my loves, is what you were meant to hear today. Thanks so much for tuning in and your beautiful comments and everything. If you guys need private reads, I'll put my I'm going to figure out the links. But again, you can just DM me over on Sparkrist11. I want to thank everybody for your great feedback and your read orders. I have so much fun with your energy. And something interesting has happened as I've been thinking of clients that I haven't heard from in like a month or a few weeks. And as I think of them, I'm not kidding you, they're showing up on my feed for reads. It's really interesting. That's another thing, how we can magnetize things to us. I feel like people feel us when we're thinking about them, right? Especially in a healing, loving way. And that's another thing with Metamorphosis too. If you want to connect to certain family members or friends that you haven't spent, quality time with in a while, start to think about them, start to magnetize a connection, and watch out. Watch out. You'll get a message show up. It's really interesting how that happens. So you guys, love and light. Have a great day.